microphones and the latest development to really enhance his recordings. And so I went back to Germany. I was very inspired and then, the tragic news came. We might have our plans, but Krishna also has his plans. And still we can see, as mentioned before, his influence. How many devotees he inspired to just sit down and chant Hare Krishna. At least I have a number of friends, devotee friends in Germany, Europe, other countries, which I know, and they when they heard these kirtans, they just left, went to India and joined the kirtan. They stayed here for a number of years. So they felt so attracted. And we know that Aindra Prabhu, he was very, very strict. He didn't allow any nonsense in the kirtans. He was very, very strict. If someone played a little bit too fast, the cartels, he just took them away. He was teaching very strictly. Everything should be nicely disciplined, nice kirtans. So that should also continue. Not just the chanting Hare Krishna 24 hours a day kirtan, non-stop kirtan. So that goes on already for so many years. It's just unbelievable. I remember that some temples, they also tried, in Europe, other countries, they tried to follow this trend. They couldn't do it. It could only last for a couple of months and then finished. So it still goes on. After how many years? Huh? I'm hearing different numbers. I cannot. 37. 37 years. And it still goes on. It's fantastic. But again, we also have to preserve the discipline in these kirtans. The midangas are supposed to support the chanting of the holy name, not cover the chanting of the holy name. It should support it. At the right time, of course, you show your strength, but only at the right time. Otherwise, the midanga playing should be very supportive. And some of our boys, they're playing, I couldn't believe it. Yesterday, no, was it? Yes, yesterday I participated in the afternoon, and the midanga playing is unbelievable. It's just another dimension. It has developed to such an extent. Huh? Baladev. Where is he? Baladev. Where is Baladev? He's playing midanga, so wonderful. I mean, I couldn't. Unbelievable. So Krishna, in other words, Krishna must be very pleased that the devotees are so empowered to enhance the chanting of the holy name. So unfortunately, I don't have so much time. I'm also leaving today. I will really miss your association, but now the pandemic seems to be more or less over. Now we can travel again, visit the Holy Dham, visit Vrindavan. And I'm looking forward already next year to come again, join you in chanting the holy names. So thank you very much for your inspiration and your association. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Aindra Prabhu ki jai, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari.
Give me this one. Thank you so much, Maharaj. We are hoping you're coming back earlier than next year. Kirtan is going on. non-stop. And we'll cook for you. Yes. Without salt.
That's today's feast, right?
Oh, yeah. So, thank you so much again, Maharaj. We love your kirtans and your association. Hare Krishna. So next, I think Panchagoda Prabhu will speak. You and Dinabandhu. So they decide who's speaking first. Dinabandhu won. He's the winner.
Dina's the boss. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschachadishatarane Aindra Prabhu Ki. So it's a very glorious day because no one can actually spread the Krishna consciousness without being empowered by Krishna. Krishna Shakti Vinana Hetara Pravartana. And I didn't know Aindra when he was in New York. I was in Miami, but I came to live here in '93, and Aindra, it just was getting going, the 24-hour kirtan. And of course I was in management, but I was also very attracted to sit with the boys, still trying to learn a few things. But I just saw that steady determination and his seriousness for broadcasting Krishna consciousness throughout the world. He was very determined. It started with the recordings. We were involved in helping with some of the recordings. And he had ideas even back in the early, or in the 90s, of how to broadcast this chanting of the holy name all over the world. He was thinking like that. Sometimes he would go to Delhi, very rarely, but with his funny-looking socks and his dhoti and chadar, and he was very austere, but very enthusiastic and determined to assist Srila Prabhupada in spreading this Sankirtan mission. So in Vrindavan Dham, if we think about how rare it is that the Lord appears once in the day of Brahma, 3 billion, so many years, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just came to inaugurate the Yuga Dharma, Sankirtan. And although sometimes people sit in the kirtan, visitors, for 2-3 minutes, okay, let's go, family things. And this is the bewilderment. People are bewildered totally. And Aindra was strict, and those who were also wanting to be serious in the kirtan were attracted by that. They were attracted by his energy and his empowerment, his determination, and our making a small attempt to glorify and remember the efforts of someone who's been blessed and empowered by Srila Prabhupada, by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I mean, we're living in the beginning of the Sankirtan mission, and for all those who are determined to put their time, their energy to chanting, glorifying the holy name, hearing the holy name, because we can't perform the rituals, we can't perform any other yagyas. Practically, there's no other religious principle in this age other than simply to chant Krishna's holy name. And that's a yagya. Sometimes austerity, to regulate the mind, to make that determined effort. And he set a wonderful example by that. And of course he was seen as a bit eccentric, a little fanatical maybe, but his eccentricism and fanaticism was for the holy name and for pleasing Prabhupada. And sometimes people may have thought that Aindra Prabhu was more, there's so many Babajis and so many yogis and mystics and persons following maybe esoteric religious processes. He may have looked a little bit of a Krishna conscious avadut, but his faith was in Prabhupada and Prabhupada's words. His determination was to carry out Prabhupada's desire for having this 24-hour kirtan. Why? Because the whole world's inspired by it. When all these pilgrims or visitors, vacationers, come to Vrindavan, they go from temple to temple to temple. But when they come in Krishna Balaram Mandir, you can see their hair standing on end. And they become captivated. They become captivated by the kirtan, of course, the beauty of the deities. So this was also one of Aindra's regular dressing days. He was very, very much relishing, cherishing the opportunity to be on the altar and serving Radha Shyama Sundar Lita Vishaka Devi. And it's not artificial. It's good to see when devotees are actually acquiring a taste for the process of Krishna consciousness, because the chanting leads us to more chanting. And when we're hearing that Krishna's there dancing on our tongue or in the sound vibration, or when the devotees are doing kirtan together, the Lord is personally present, where the devotees are glorifying His holy name in the form of Sankirtan, then we have to have that much faith and that much understanding that Krishna is personally coming, and He's seeing the enthusiasm and determination of the devotees. So Aindra Prabhu did a wonderful service by helping to spread the Sankirtan mission, and I think all of us should follow in that footsteps. We should participate in the kirtan as much as possible, and in this way Prabhupada will be pleased, the Goswamis will be pleased, Lord Chaitanya will be happy. He's ordering everyone that you spread this message of Krishna consciousness all over the world. Not book distribution is kirtan, Harinam Sankirtan is kirtan, and Aindra Prabhu is the king of kirtan. Aindra Prabhu ki.
Thank you, Prabhu. Dinabandhu Prabhu is coming.
Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharne Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Prasatide Satarne Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Panchakalpatrivishta Kripasindu Vevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Kirtan Chandra Namanandi Sri Aindra Prabhu ki! I like to call him Kirtan Chandra because all I can see when I think of Aindra is that moon-like face, you know, sitting there in the middle of the kirtan and encouraging everyone to chant. And oh my goodness, if you went out of time or you did something wrong, his temper was as red as his hair. You get that boom. And Namanandi. There's nobody like Aindra who took so much anand, pleasure in the holy name. I remember, I guess it was probably around 1985, Aindra Prabhu came. We had heard there's some fellow in New York, he's got this moving temple and so many things. And he has a mobile temple. He goes around New York chanting. But I guess somehow or other he wasn't getting the support that he felt he should have, so he decided to leave New York. And I think now it's so many years, what my memory remembers is he wanted to do the same thing, get some sort of a bus and put deities in it and the whole temple room and everything and go around India chanting, but somehow or other that just didn't work out. And he finally realized that, just like Srila Prabhupada said, this Krishna Balaram Mandir, this is the beating heart of ISKCON. Rather than going here and there and here and there, just to stay in one place, he could affect the whole world, the whole of India and the whole world. So, in the very beginning of when Prabhupada inaugurated the temple, that's coming up soon on 30th, Ram Navami, then Prabhupada requested that, we have 24-hour kirtan. Of course, after the festival, everybody left. In the old days, hardly anybody stayed in Vrindavan. Festival time, we'd see a bunch of devotees, and after that, boom, it was just sleepy time. And then, Kartik festival hadn't really got started, but around Kartik time, we get a bunch of devotees. But the rest of the year was dead. And so it was hard to get people to maintain a 24-hour kirtan, so it gradually petered out. Then there was somebody, I guess around 1984, they tried to, they had a paid kirtan. They would pay devotees, people to chant. But paid kirtan just means Hari Rupi, Hari Rupi, Rupi, Rupi. There's no life. So Aindra realized that if he wanted to really affect the world, better to stay in one place, and the beating heart of ISKCON is Krishna Balaram Mandir in Vrindavan. So he decided, somehow he grabbed people from here and there and started this program. Nobody getting paid, just people chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. With great difficulty, he managed to somehow keep it going. And as Panchagoda Prabhu said, now people was Panchagoda or Govinda, I can't remember now, who said that, now so many people are coming, or maybe it was Maharaj this morning in the class, that now so many, it's like Aindra's up there sending people, Sometimes we don't even have room for everybody who wants to join the 24-hour kirtan. So you can only guess that Aindra's up there sending people here. But somehow or other he kept it going, and gradually it began to affect the whole world. People began to realize the real purpose of Krishna consciousness is to chant Hare Krishna. That's what it's all about. We're known as the Hare Krishnas all over the world. As soon as people see us, they say Hare Krishna. Yeah. So he started this kirtan, and he was very, as everybody said, he's very, very strict. You had to play the right beat, and if you got off beat, oh my goodness. And he had an effect on people all over the world. People started paying attention to, now all of a sudden there's, 24-hour kirtan. Somebody had a 40th anniversary, there's a 40-hour kirtan. All these kirtans are inspired by Aindra's dedication to the holy name, and just by sitting here in one place. And you could hardly ever get him. He's not, I'm the complete opposite. I'm always out somewhere, Nandagram, Barsana, Govardhan, Radhakun. Well, I've been sick for the last few days, so I didn't go anywhere, but usually I'm out somewhere. But Aindra never left, but somehow or other, there was this fellow, Janaginath, and he has some special potency. I don't know what it was. He got Aindra to go to Agra, because he was doing programs in the jail. And we got Aindra to come there with his kirtan party and do kirtan in the jail. And for weeks afterwards, they would always ask when that red-haired fellow is going to come again. He really had an effect. He had such an effect on people. Even last week, some lady came and was asking, "Where's Aindra? I want to meet Aindra." I said, "He's been gone since a long time now." So somehow or other he had an effect that this lady had heard that there's somebody named Aindra and he's a very ecstatic devotee, and they came to Vrindavan to meet him and found out that he's already gone and left. So anyway, somehow or other, we really, as every night he had that special time just before Arti. Everybody used to wait for that time when Aindra would come. And it's just, this kirtan is really the life. Everywhere else you go, like there's a new temple here. There's no temple more beautiful than Krishna Balaram Mandir, but there's big marble temples and like this and that, but it's dead. I call them by Goloka Museum, But people come here, they can sit with the kirtan, they can chant, they, feel the bliss of chanting Hare Krishna. It's just amazing what Aindra Prabhu was able to do, and he's still doing, because he's sending people, and it's one of the hallmarks of our temple, is that you come here, there's always nice kirtan going on. Everywhere I've been, and and I used to travel and preach, everybody say, "Oh, your temple," first of all, they would say, "So clean." Because old days, we remember now, Prabhupada has brought out the whole standard of Vrindavan, even the Didi worship. Everything has come up all over Vrindavan, because temples were dirty, there was cobwebs everywhere, and mice running across the altar, and the Didi clothes looked like if you just went like that, it would fall apart. But now the whole that's everybody would, first thing they would say, your temple is clean. Second thing they say, "Oh, the Didis are so beautiful." Other thing they said, that kirtan is so amazing. And everybody said that 7 o'clock arti, "Oh, I'm gad ho gaya." I just became speechless by your kirtan. So this kirtan has become famous all over Vrindavan. And everybody knows this is a lively temple. So many people told me, I go to other temples, it's nice, but here there's life. People are chanting, somebody will talk to you. So we're extremely indebted to Sriped Kirtan Chandra Namanandi Aindra Prabhu for dedicating his life to this kirtan. He managed to affect people all over the world of ISKCON, all over beyond ISKCON. And we're just amazed at this wonderful 24-hour kirtan. It's the life of Krishna Balaram Mandir. Namanandi Sri Kirtan Chandra Namanandi Aindra Prabhu ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Dinamandu Prabhu. So we have Kavi Chandra Maharaj here, we have Radha Golokanandan Maharaj. And anybody else wants to speak? So, and I know maybe Dharmatma Prabhu wants to speak a little bit. We have, let's see. Pavanita is nodding his head. And then we have any of the ladies. Mataji wants to speak. Yes, Marge? Yes, you were the first one I was mentioning. Please come, Marge.
likes sweets.
He likes sweets.
Yeah, he got sweets from the Brijbasi shop. Hare Krishna. Ma Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Budale Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desa Tarane Vanchakalpa Trivescha Kripa Sindhu Vyecha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namah. So I just see everybody likes to hear devotees being glorified. Whenever we have a program glorifying devotees, we fill up the room. Bhagavad Gita class, there were 10, 12 people come. So we should do more of this. Aindra's influence, he told me, he realized we kind of lost a generation and due to all the mistakes that we made in the schools and everything, but he knew they liked kirtan, so he utilized that and brought so many boys here where they could just live in Vrindavan and just chant and hear the really straight preaching from him. So all over the world now, like, well, say New York, Ram Roy's kirtan is very well known now. And so many of the devotees that are there that'll, have a taste to come out and chant for 4 hours every day in the New York subways, and they're coming from the 24-hour kirtan. And especially Ram Roy, he had the most association with Aindra of anybody, and he took up that Aindra, and if you read his book, he was stressing so much street Sankirtan, out, chanting everywhere, Nagar Sankirtan, not just sitting in Vrindavan. Of course, we want that, and he did that, but he wanted that energy to be going out all over the world, so it is. I meet so many boys who spent time with him here, and, they love to chant, and they've become expert. If you want to really see the Shakti of Aindra, ask Madhava Prabhu anything. Aindra, 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 Aindra. That's all he can say. It's all Aindra. Everything is Aindra. And he tells his story how he was quite puffed up and he was a rostra and everything, but Aindra just smashed his ego. He preached very straight. And how he rescued the Gornitai that he had they're still in his room from the accident on the Sankirtan bus, started worshiping him. Somehow 1,000 shalagrams came his way. So, like everybody says, a very amazing personality. And also to show that, Prabhupada didn't personally tell him to do the 24-hour kirtan, but he knew, it was well known, Prabhupada wanted that, and he saw that it wasn't happening, and so he just did it. And like we heard, there wasn't, very many people. I remember he used to be begging, one of his boys needs to go out for a visa, can you help for airfare or something? But then he made some recordings and they sold really good. He started getting some income. And then he got so much support because even devotees' parents, they were sending their teenage kids to him. Because in the West they had no, they just space out. But they come here to Vrindavan and it would really affect their life very much. They get that taste for the holy name, taste for Vrindavan, and living, a straight life. And hopefully those, if they're really influenced by Aindra, then we have to take on his tapasya also. He was very simple. I remember one time some of the boys on the party, they were asking me, please, we want to help him, we want to wash his clothes, we want to do service for him, but he won't let us do anything. So I talked to him, and finally he agreed, okay, they can wash my clothes, because I said that they really want to, and but he didn't ever ask for any personal service, just wanted everybody to chant the holy name. So we prayed, he had a whatever he was, he, he had a taste for the holy name. And he made sure that it was being chanted. You know, we heard one year, he always attached to that room because from that room he could hear the kirtan. So he didn't ever want to move anywhere. So he could always know the kirtan was going on. And 24-hour, when the old days it wasn't easy, Madhava used to do it by himself, the whole 2 shifts at night. He didn't have that many devotees. Now we get a lot. People want to come. And it's very famous. And hopefully it can happen in other temples also. But it has influence, like we heard, for sure the New York daily kirtan, it's 11th anniversary now coming up in a few days. And Ram Roy, you know, definitely by the influence of Aindra, he's gone out every day for 11 years. Used to be 6 hours, now they live in the temple and they make it only 4 hours. But that's out in the New York subways, which are not the most sublime places in the world. But so many people are getting exposed to the holy name. And so many devotees are getting a chance to just sit and chant and get purified. So we have to thank Aindra for that and pray for taste for the holy name also. It's not just some artificial thing. He loved to chant. Proof of the potency of it was Gargamuni Prabhu. If any of you know him, at least my godbrothers know him, he's not so sociable and he didn't come to the temple, but he came every day at 5 o'clock for Aindra's kirtan. And he sat under the tree and relished it. Otherwise, he wouldn't come. But that just showed. He also, the only other time was, he told me he hated to go on Harinam Sankirtan, but he went just to hear Vishnu Jan chant. And then he came to the temple just to hear Aindra. So that's, a very big evidence. So otherwise, I didn't spend that much time with Aindra. He had many facets. Not all of them are fit for public exchange, but he had that love for deities. He was super artistic. His deity dressing was something really spectacular. And you see how he decorated the ashram up there, very creative with the cow dung and everything. He built a bunch of stuff that's still on the altar in New York. He's quite a well-rounded, devotee and very strict sadhana, very learned. So we can try to follow his footsteps, not just talk about it. Get out and chant the holy name. Get out in the streets, chant the holy name. Shri Aindra Prabhu ki jai. Gaur Premanandi. Hare Hare. 24-hour kirtan, everybody's welcome to join. I see Pancha, the president of the temple, every day after class he joins it. Right? Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna. We are very lucky to have our temple president come from Kirtan daily. And this wasn't happening before, the previous management. We have Janardhan Swami every morning. And so many other, Anyway, now I'd like to ask His Holiness Radha Golokananda Maharaj, say a few words. He's also our temple president. We have 3 temple presidents. So Maharaj is requesting he will speak in English, and many people watching online that don't speak English. So he wants Dharmatma Prabhu to translate in Hindi.
Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakayam Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sriped Aindra Prabhu Ki. On behalf of Shri Radha Shyam Sundar, Shri Krishna Balaram, Shri Gaur Nitai, and Srila Prabhupada, I would like to thank all of you who are present here on this auspicious occasion today.
श्री श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर कृष्ण बलराम गौर निताई और श्रील प्रभुपाद जी की तरफ से हम सबको धन्यवाद देना चाहते हैं जो आज यहाँ पर आइंद्र प्रभु के प्रोग्राम में भाग लिए हैं.
I would also like to take this opportunity to thank Govind Prabhu for giving me an opportunity to be among all of you who are such great souls.
और मैं इस अवसर पर गोविंद प्रभु को भी धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ जो कि मेरे को मौका दिया है यहाँ पर आप सबके सामने कुछ बोलने के लिए.
I wanted to speak in English and get it translated because there are very few people who have associated with Aindra Prabhu, and there are many devotees who are watching online and who will be listening for this in the future.
तो मैं इंग्लिश में बोलने के साथ साथ मैं हिंदी में भी अनुवाद करने के लिए बोल रहा हूँ इसलिए कि बहुत कम हिंदी भाषी हैं जो कि आइंद्र प्रभु का संग मिला है उनको, और ऑनलाइन में भी बहुत लोग ये प्रोग्राम को देख रहे हैं.
Aindra Prabhu had been a very special devotee. All of you agree to that. But I would also like to put lights on some more aspect of that.
तो आइंद्र प्रभु जो कि बहुत ही विशेष भक्त हैं जो कि आप सब लोग स्वीकार करते हैं, और मैं इस उनके बारे में कुछ कहूँगा.
See, Aindra Prabhu has left this world so many years ago, and despite that today, we have, this hall is full of so many of his followers who are here, who are watching this, and who have a heart in the mission which he has taken forward.
आइंद्र प्रभु बहुत साल पहले इस धराधाम को छोड़ के चले गए हैं, और उनके तिरोभाव के बाद भी अभी आप देख सकते हैं कि कितने सारे भक्त जो 24 आवर कीर्तन मंडली में भाग लिए हैं.
I had the good fortune when I came in 2009 as a temple president of this temple. Aindra Prabhu was personally present here.
तो जब मैं 2009 में यहाँ पर टेम्पल प्रेसिडेंट बन के आया था तो मुझे आइंद्र प्रभु का संग मिला था.
At that time, this temple was not painted.
तो उस समय में जो मंदिर है उसमें रंग किया हुआ नहीं था,
And it was like that for many years.
और इस हालत में बहुत साल तक ऐसा ही था.
And before coordinating with few devotees here, you can never do any major work in ISKCON Vrindavan.
और ऐसा परिस्थिति था कि मतलब कुछ भक्तों से सलाह करने के बाद ही आप कुछ काम कर सकते थे यहाँ पर.
So I went to Aindra Prabhu first and I asked him, I told him, Prabhuji, this is ISKCON temple. We have so many thousands and millions of people coming here. It cannot remain like a slum. So I respect the fact and the ideas of all the different devotees, but we have to paint the temple and make it look fresh every day.
तो मैं सबसे पहले आइंद्र प्रभु के पास गया और उनसे कहा कि मतलब अभी मंदिर का ऐसा हाल है, रंग नहीं किया हुआ है, और मैंने बहुत भक्तों से सलाह लिया है और हम मंदिर को रंग करना चाहते हैं, और क्योंकि बहुत सारे जो दर्शनार्थी हैं वो मंदिर में आ रहे हैं, इसके लिए हमें मंदिर को रंग करना जरूरी है.
So I told him that I need your blessing first so that I may be able to do this work.
तो मैंने उनसे कहा कि आपका कृपा चाहिए हमको ये सेवा करने के लिए.
Then I went to Dinabandhu Prabhu.
उसके बाद मैं दीनबंधु प्रभु के पास गया.
Then I went to Devi Shakti Mataji.
फिर मैं दैवी शक्ति माता जी के पास गया.
Then when all three of them gave me blessings, that okay, we can go forward, then only at that time we started the painting of the temple.
तो इन तीनों से आशीर्वाद लेने के बाद फिर हमने मंदिर का रंग करना शुरू किया.
I went with him on many aspects. Like when I came here the second time, Govinda Prabhu told me that these speakers, so many devotees are participating. It is good, Maharaj, we have such kind of situation. So I took that line from Govinda Prabhu. And I'm very thankful to Uddhav Bandhu Prabhu. We went and we upgraded the whole system at 24 hours. It is going live and it is going on a very nice quality. So the second time we pick it up from Govinda Prabhu.
तो जब मैं दूसरी बार आया यहाँ पर मंदिर के सेवा में तो गोविंदा प्रभु से मिला और 24 आवर कीर्तन का साउंड ठीक से नहीं था. तो फिर उद्धव बंधु प्रभु के साथ में हम जो मंदिर के स्पीकर है पूरा साउंड सिस्टम को चेंज कर दिया.
We were so happy with Aindra Prabhu's service that devotees from all over the world are listening to this kirtan. Even till today it is going on so nicely. So despite the fact it was so nice, such kind of money is invested and it is made live so that people from all over the world, by whatever was his desire, could further be carried on.
तो हम आइंद्र प्रभु के सेवा से इतना संतुष्ट हैं कि मतलब पूरे दुनिया भर से लोग 24 आवर कीर्तन सुनते हैं और हमें उसमें कुछ सेवा करने का मौका मिला है और इसके वजह से हम बहुत खुश हैं.
Many of you would have learned about the pastimes of Lord Ramchandra, which I was going through yesterday.
आपने रामचंद्र के लीला को सुने हैं जो कि मैं कल पढ़ रहा था.
Lord Ramchandra sent many of his devotees to go to look for Mother Sita.
रामचंद्र ने कितने सारे उनके जो पार्षद हैं उनको भेजे थे कि सीता जी का खोज करने के लिए.
But Lord Ramchandra gave the ring only to Hanumanji.
तो रामचंद्र ने वो जो अंगूठी था वो सिर्फ हनुमान जी को दिए थे.
But there were so many devotees. But by the blessings of Lord Ramchandra, Hanumanji was able to reach to Sita Devi.
और रामचंद्र जी का आशीर्वाद से ही हनुमान जी ने सीता देवी को खोजने में सफल हुए.
So Lord Ramchandra is saying, for you to be able to do some very special service, there are some chosen devotees who are empowered by the Lord to be able to do such kind of a service.
तो रामचंद्र जी कह रहे हैं कि भगवान की सेवा करने के लिए बहुत ही चुने हुए कुछ भक्त हैं जो कि भगवान के विशेष सेवा में भाग ले सकते हैं.
Sita Devi is a mother of devotion, and whenever Sita Devi will speak about Hanuman, she will always say, "This is my son Hanuman." So you can understand how much close Hanumanji was there to Sita Devi and Lord Ramchandra.
तो सीता देवी जो हैं वो भक्ति के जननी हैं और जब भी वो हनुमान जी से वो बात करते थे तो वो दिखाते थे कि हनुमान जी कितने बड़े भक्त हैं.
And she would always address Hanuman as her son.
और वो हनुमान जी को अपने पुत्र जैसे मानती थी.
For us to be able to do this service, and many of you young devotees whom I'm seeing doing this service so wonderfully despite so many years, I understand that unless these devotees are so empowered, they cannot change the heart of the people.
तो 24 आवर कीर्तन में जितने भी भक्त हैं वो इतने अच्छे से कीर्तन कर रहे हैं और अगर वो भगवान से अगर आशीर्वाद प्राप्त नहीं हुए तो फिर जो दर्शनार्थी हैं उन लोगों के हृदय को परिवर्तन नहीं कर सकते हैं.
I always sit at the back And I observe so many millions of people are coming. Naturally, they are coming in the kirtan, they are participating, they are dancing, despite the fact these people come from very good background and high class people.
तो मैं मंदिर के पीछे में बैठे रहता हूँ और वहाँ से मैं देखता हूँ कि कितने सारे दर्शनार्थी मंदिर में आ रहे हैं, कीर्तन में भाग ले रहे हैं, और वो लोग बहुत अच्छे परिवार से आते हैं और मंदिर में कीर्तन सुनते हैं, कीर्तन में भाग लेते हैं.
It touches their heart.
ये जो कीर्तन है उनके हृदय को स्पर्श करते हैं.
And it changes their heart also.
और उनके हृदय को भी परिवर्तन करता है.
If you see today, so many millions of visitors are coming to Krishna Balram temple. There are principally two main factors.
अगर आप आज देखेंगे कितने सारे दर्शनार्थी मंदिर में आ रहे हैं और उनका दो कारण है, उनके आने का दो कारण है.
The service which Mukunda Datta Prabhu has taken up with a very wonderful consciousness, and all the devotees in line with him in serving the deities make the deities manifest there.
जो सेवा मुकुंद दत्त प्रभु कर रहे हैं बाकी सब पुजारियों के साथ में, और भगवान को इतने सुंदर से सेवा करते हुए, सजाते हुए हमारे सामने प्रस्तुत करते हैं.
The Lord is so pleased with all these devotees. I remember interacting very frequently with Shrutakirti Prabhu, Vishakha Mataji, and the whole team of devotees. They day and night are working. How do we improve the deity department?
श्रुतकीर्ति प्रभु और विशाखा माता जी से बहुत समय मिलते हैं और उनसे बात करते ऐसा पता चलता है कि वो दिन रात कितने सारे सेवा करते हैं भगवान को प्रसन्न करने के लिए डीटी डिपार्टमेंट में.
There are so many devotees whom I don't fully know all their name, but there are so many devotees who are involved so intensely in serving the Lord, which compels the Lord to be present there.
कितने सारे भक्त लोग ये जो डीटी डिपार्टमेंट में सेवा करते हैं, हमें सबका नाम पता नहीं है, पर बहुत ही अच्छे से इस विभाग में वो लोग सेवा लेते हैं.
When Lord Ramchandra was leaving this world, Hanumanji wanted to leave. But Lord Ramchandra said to Hanumanji, I will be present wherever my holy name is being chanted. So I will definitely be present there.
तो रामचंद्र जी जब इस धराधाम को छोड़ के जा रहे थे तो हनुमान जी भी उनके साथ जाना चाहते थे, पर रामचंद्र जी ने कहे कि नहीं, जहाँ पर भी मेरा दिव्य नाम का गुणगान होगा मैं वहीं पर प्रस्तुत रहूंगा.
And the essence of this, it is not what all of you are just seeing. Whatever the Lord has said, whatever is there according to the scriptures, this is the line which Aindra Prabhu, he took. And even today, so many of these young devotees, Govind Prabhu, Akinch Krishna Prabhu, they are there with this kirtan of the name, and which makes the Lord to be there. And the reason for which so many people are coming to ISKCON Vrindavan.
तो कितने सारे भक्त हैं 24 आवर कीर्तन में भाग लिए हैं, सेवा कर रहे हैं, और उनके कीर्तन के माध्यम से हमें ऐसा लगता है कि भगवान भी वहाँ कीर्तन में मौजूद हैं.
The Lord is present there. The Lord is manifest there. Many of the people who would come in the temple hall, they would not even like to leave the temple hall. Many people come there and they sit there for a long time, hours and hours.
तो भगवान वहाँ पर हैं जहाँ पर 24 आवर कीर्तन चल रहा है, और कितने सारे दर्शनार्थी मंदिर में आते हैं, कीर्तन सुनते हैं, बैठते हैं, पर मंदिर छोड़ के जाना नहीं चाहते हैं.
The difference is those devotees and many of the devotees, even I do meet with Govind Prabhu very frequently. I'm not telling in front of him, many times when somebody dies, then people glorify him. When he's present, people will criticize him. When somebody will leave the world, then people would glorify him. That is the nature of the world.
तो इस दुनिया का ऐसा नियम है, ऐसा देखा गया कि जब व्यक्ति जब यहाँ मौजूद रहते हैं इस धराधाम में, उनका निंदा होता है, और जब वो इस धराधाम को छोड़ के चले जाते हैं तो उनका गुणगान होता है.
But I see with Prabhuji and Achin Krishna Prabhu and many of these devotees, even these young devotees, they are there And they have so much devotion in chanting the holy name and faith in the holy name of the Lord. Not only they have the devotion, they have very strong faith in the holy name of the Lord. That is why it is helping the whole world to be listening to this Vrindavan temple kirtan.
तो जैसे कि 24 आवर कीर्तन में गोविंदा प्रभु हैं, अकिंचन कृष्ण प्रभु हैं और कितने सारे भक्त हैं जो कि कितने अच्छे से कीर्तन करते हैं, कितने श्रद्धा पूर्वक भाव के साथ में कीर्तन करते हैं और इससे पूरे दुनिया के जो भक्त लोग हैं वो लोग प्रभावित होते हैं.
For you to be able to touch and change the heart of people, you have to go like Prabhupada chanted Hare Krishna. Chanting many devotees are doing. But because it was chanted purely, it could change the lives of people. So these devotees, while I observe them, and I observe the crowd who was there in the temple, I find similar operations. Forget me, you would see in the temple, so many people are standing and sitting and hearing the kirtan which is going on.
क्योंकि बहुत ही शुद्ध हृदय के साथ कीर्तन होता है तो इसलिए जो दर्शनार्थी लोग आते हैं वो लोग वहाँ पे बैठते हैं, सुनते हैं, नृत्य भी करते हैं और फिर बहुत ही अच्छे हृदय के साथ में वो लोग वापस जाते हैं.
During the course with our many interactions with Aindra Prabhu, I could realize that this person also is a very highly devotional person. Many his deity worship, his worship for his Shaligram Shilas, and his dressing the deities, he's doing kirtan. Many of the things, he had that devotion attitude. So that is why, despite the fact that he is not here today, so many of all of you are still carrying on this legacy.
तो आइंद्र प्रभु के बारे में जब भी सुनते हैं उसमें सुनने के बाद ऐसा प्रतीत होता है कि आइंद्र प्रभु बहुत ही विशेष भक्त हैं और उनके हृदय में बहुत ही भक्ति भाव हैं. इसके वजह से जितने भी भक्त लोग यहाँ पर आए हैं वो लोग सब यहाँ बैठ के उनके बारे में सुन रहे हैं.
I have been personally meeting Prabhuji for the last 30 years. I'm in India here. So I have been personally meeting him on many important decisions to go along the changes of ISKCON Vrindavan. So I would consulting him. So I met him many times, but I could realize that this person is very spiritually advanced.
तो आइंद्र प्रभु से मैं बहुत बार मिले हैं अलग अलग समय में और पिछले 30 साल से मैं इंडिया में हूँ और उनके साथ बहुत बार वार्तालाप हुए हैं.
Not only that, Aindra Prabhu would be caring for himself. He would be so much concerned for all the visitors who are coming to the temple.
और आइंद्र प्रभु बहुत सतर्क रहते थे जितने भी दर्शनार्थी मंदिर में आते थे.
So I would stop here because there are so many senior devotees. And I am very, very grateful to all of you. The service which Aindra Prabhu has done has shown how the mercy of the Lord flows, how the mercy of the Lord is able to reach you. So we are fortunate to be here and we can learn from him that how he did and how we can also be delivered from here.
तो आइंद्र प्रभु के जीवन से ऐसा लगता है कि उनका जो सेवा है, उनका जो अवदान है इस्कॉन वृंदावन के प्रति और पूरे दुनिया के प्रति और हम किस तरह से इसको आगे बढ़ा सकते हैं.
You see, Vrindavan is the home of the Lord. The Lord, anybody may keep anybody in his courtyard, get him to work in different places. But for somebody to have him a place in his own house would require special intervention from the owner. And here Srimati Radharani, this is the place of Srimati Radharani. And Aindra Prabhu has spent so many years. He spent so many years here and he left the world from Vrindavan. So that shows that this person is not an ordinary person. He's not an ordinary person.
तो वृंदावन जो है वो भगवान का घर है और भगवान के घर में बहुत ही विशेष भक्त होते हैं जो कि भगवान के घर में रह सकते हैं और आइंद्र प्रभु उनमें से एक हैं और श्रीमती राधा रानी ने उनको यहाँ पर स्थान दिए हैं और वो यहाँ से भगवत धाम के लिए वापस गए हैं.
Without the blessings of Srimati Radharani, we cannot serve in this place. That is not possible. But such a situation has happened, and somehow such a situation is also available to many of you and many devotees who are participating in this kirtan under the leadership of Govind Prabhu. So I am very, very indebted to Prabhuji. The whole ISKCON Vrindavan management is indebted to all of them, and we definitely would like them to carry on and help deliver as many people as they are coming in Vrindavan.
तो श्रीमती राधा रानी के कृपा के बिना कोई यहाँ पर सेवा नहीं कर सकता है, और सब लोग जो यहाँ पर आए हैं 24 आवर कीर्तन में सेवा कर रहे हैं, और हम गोविंद प्रभु को विशेष रूप से धन्यवाद देना चाहते हैं मैनेजमेंट के तरफ से कि उनके लीडरशिप में ये 24 आवर कीर्तन आज भी जारी है.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Please forgive me if I would have said something which is wrong. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Aindra Prabhu ki.
Thank you, Maharaj, and thank you again for facilitating so many aspects of this temple. Personally, I haven't heard you speaking before, so this is a great opportunity. Thank you. And we have His Holiness Vaishnava Swami with us. Would you like to speak something in English?
हरे कृष्ण. गुरवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदालय कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः. So we are here today for the auspicious occasion of the appearance day of our dearmost senior member of our ISKCON Vrindavan community, who is no more with us. He is Sriped Aindra Prabhu. I joined ISKCON Vrindavan when Dinabandhu Prabhu is here. He was president at that time. And Aindra Prabhu also came almost 1 year before, same time. Aindra Prabhu, Bhuvaneshwar Prabhu, and this, we are similar time we arrived. So at that time, the situation, financial situation was very bad of ISKCON Vrindavan. So, and Bhuvaneshwar Prabhu took up BBT, and Aindra Prabhu took up this 24-hour kirtan. And when any of us want to do a project and there is no fund, no man, no money, how we will proceed? So Aindra Prabhu started this 24-hour kirtan with no man and no money, practically. But because of his purity and his dedication and determination, somehow or other he pushed. Sometimes he and Nitai Prabhu and the old devotees, they know, 3 devotees, they will shift 8 hours each, somehow or other they managed. And by the power of holy name, slowly, and Aindra Prabhu, he has to go for his visa purpose to Nepal. Few times he went, and this saligram appeared from there only, from his visa. slowly, now so many are there. And Aindra Prabhu was not only dedicated to Harinam Kirtan, because we are staying together, next room, almost together we are staying. And he has a very good support and very good heart for book distribution too. He always want to help book distribution, and not only book distribution. He personally used to clean toilet, bathroom, and force others and motivate others to clean also. Sometimes he said, okay, I will personally go and show us how to clean. The example he will set, cleaning. And not only bathroom cleaning is there, must, because we consider other services, okay, but toilet bathroom cleaning? No, no, we don't know. But he will took that fast. And ashram cleaning, baranda cleaning, something like that. Maintaining relations with the devotees. When we start speaking somebody, then it is very difficult to stop him. So, I remember when some management changes, and at that time, the Nirmal Prabhu also knows we have only 2 persons who are taking salary, one Kishan Lal and Om Prakash. One electrician was there, one Kishan Lal was there. The only 2 persons, nothing was there. Nobody was taking payment. Everything has to do by devotees, everything. Even the kitchen, cooking was by devotees, everything almost practically, cleaning, everything. When then slowly management changes and workers came to clean the temple and clean the ashram, Aindra Prabhu and we are there together, he led us and we are with him. And he said, and we had a petition with the management, why you are selling out our devotional service? This is our devotional service. Why you are selling it out? What we will do then? That was his mood. So now we are doing service and trying to be a good devotee, but always finding our comfort zone. But Aindra Prabhu, he was not like that. He started the job with fully difficulty and always ready to face the difficulty and always away from comfort zone, ready to serve the menial service to please the Guru and Krishna. So that mood and that dedication, that determination, that which we have to learn from him. So today, on his auspicious occasion of his happy birthday, I, from my core of my heart, I pray at the feet of Aindra Prabhu that at least he should bless this fallen soul with some of this dedication and qualities, so that I can fulfill my life, make my life success. Hare Krishna. Sriped Aindra Prabhu ki.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Maharaj. So, Bhagavad Purana Prabhu, would you like to come and say a few words?
Namam Vishnuparaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Sasvarupa Goswami Namini Sasvarupa Viramandaminitam Sadhu Bhushanam Bhakti Grantananai Punyam Bhakti Vedanta Sikstam Namam Vishnuparaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Aindra Bhakti Namini Namaste Sri Padandraya Namarasa Vinani Tejana Namam Vishnuparaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Aisi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravana Pracharine Nevishesha Sunyavagi Paschita Dishtani Sri Parandra Prabhu Ki Jai. I'm reading from a poem by Aindra Prabhu from his book, The Heart of Transcendental Book Distribution. Hey Radhe, I long to directly witness how delinquent Shyam repays his unrequited debt to his beloved gopis by donning the various moods and characteristics of his own intensely attracted Ragatmika devotees in his form as Lord Gauranga. When will I be permitted to personally play a part in the progressive extension of your Braja Leelas, the Adorya pastimes of my most merciful Nimai Chandra? Please let me eternally serve in any small way the lotus feet of my dearmost beloved Sachisuta in the company of the followers of Nitai and Janavamata. He, the most beautiful of all, more encouraging and more enchanting than millions and billions of cupids, will eternally dance in the core of my heart. My dear unlimitedly gorgeous Shachisuta Sundar, when will your magnificent Goswamis of Vrindavan, headed by Sri Rupa, leniently bestow upon this fallen derelict the priceless treasure of loving service to your Prema Nam Sankirtan Leelas in the Nitya Navadvip sector of Goloka Dham? I will happily serve in any small way to help augment your blissful relishment of the moods of Braja throughout the day and night. I yearn to not only see, but to also get, by your supremely merciful divine dispensation, the chance to actually participate in your blissful nocturnal kirtans of Shriva Sangan in the company of your eternal associates. I will ever immerse my ever-youthful anti-material body, mind, voice, and heart in the ever-expanding ocean of your Prema Nam Sankirtan pastimes, dancing ecstatically while wearing blissfully chiming ankle bells about my feet. I will at different times play various kinds of kartals, wampers, and gongs to help exhilarate your heights of Premananda. Sometimes I will play on the snake-like Sorry, I just lost my place. Hold on a second. Sometimes I will play on the snake-like Nagasima horn or conch shell. Other times I will play happily upon the Vamshi flute, joyfully generating a festive mood to encourage your rapturous dance. At times I will play on stringed instruments, and occasionally I myself, exhilarated with divine exuberance, will blissfully dance, raising my trembling arms in transcendental delight. At other times, I will again and again roll in the dust of the feet of all the Vaishnavas, profusely crying streams of tears in unbounded happiness. I hope and pray that someday I,